Okay, so I wanted to make two different videos for the two most common questions that I get about bike commuting. And one of those is how do you get your groceries, which I'm going to do in a separate post because that's its own thing. But the other thing that I get is what about when it's raining or when the weather's not good? So it's raining today, and I thought I would do a quick rundown of what I'm doing to get ready for that commute. I like to commute my 4 miles to work and 4 miles back in whatever clothes I'm going to wear that day. I'm a speech therapist in a school, so I can just wear, comfortable, pretty casual clothing. I don't have to personally, wear like business casual or things that I might want to change into when I get to work, so I just don't have that problem. So today, because it's raining, I am wearing a dress. I like to wear a dress when it's raining because it's easier to change into and out of clothes, which I'm going to talk about like all of my layers in a second. But I do wear shorts under a dress. I just wear like bike shorts, usually not padded ones, because I have a super comfortable saddle. So and it's only 4 miles. So I wear just like bike shorts under my dress, which is handy for working with kids anyway, so that you're not like, worried about crawling around on the floor or anything like that. And then today I've got on these shoes, not the most, glamorous of setups. I don't really worry too much about my fashion choices, but these are Keds boots. They are water resistant. They will probably get too wet on my commute today, so I'm probably going to bring, or I am going to bring, a change of shoes in my pannier. So I'm going to grab a pair of flip-flops from the other room and stick them in there. It's late October, but it's actually like 65 degrees with a high of 72 today. So I'm not too worried about getting cold. This is a different ball game in the winter where I might put on more layers and not bring sandals to change into. But I'm trying to go really light and not bring a ton of stuff back and forth with me to work. So I'm bringing like kind of the bare minimum with me today. So what I'm gonna do is today, since it's raining like fairly hard, side note, I use the Dark Sky app to see like how hard it's raining and how wet I'm expecting to get over the next like 20 minutes. But it's raining fairly hard right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on rain pants. Some mornings it's raining super lightly, so I don't even bother with the rain pants, but today it was pouring, so worth it. And I just kind of tuck them into, or I tuck my dress into it. So these are just REI brand Cycle Co-op rain pants. I actually got them for my bike tours, but they work great for commuting too. And I don't really have to do this, by the way, more than like a few times a year, honestly. I bike commute every day, and usually it's only raining in the afternoon, in which case sometimes I just get wet on my way home and worry about it when I get home. But going to work in the morning, it doesn't really rain quite as much. Since it's October, it's been a pretty wet October with a bunch of storms coming through up the East Coast. It depends on like where you are and like if you have a rainy season where you live or if you just have like a wetter climate. But I don't have to do this all that often. So I keep a drawer, by the way, near the front of my house, like where I'm exiting. This is my front door. And I keep a drawer full of all of my rain gear so I can just grab it and go. So this is what I'm gonna do today. Based on the temperature, I don't wanna be too hot. Rain jackets get really, really hot. So if I could skip it, I would, but it's raining, like I said, fairly hard. So I don't wanna go with a too light of a jacket or I will be soggy when I get to work. I do keep an extra like change of clothes at work for if I miscalculate or, any like wardrobe malfunction happens. I just keep like an extra dress to throw on at work. My other option would be a poncho, and I have two. This one is a Van Moof poncho, a bike poncho. I'll show it to you. It was on Kickstarter a few years ago, and I'm not sure if they're still sold. I'll have to look it up. But their design has this like kind of wired, it's completely foldable, but a wired front with these loops. And it goes over your handlebars and kind of keeps your entire front dry, which is really nice. It's a little bit bulkier when it folds up than say a Clever Hood. Clever Hood is another great brand that makes like all different colors of these. I loved this color because it kind of matches my bike. And so it still has a front, it has little thumb loops so you can keep this part still like out in front. This size, I got it at the Bike Expo, so this size is actually an extra small, which works, it just doesn't have as much coverage. You can also get these in tall if you want them to like cover more of your body. But this is a great option if it's really warm out or if it's like raining just a little bit, but it really does keep you super dry. And typically when I get to work, the only thing that's wet is my feet. So depending on how much like splash or how hard it's raining, when I get to work, I may decide to change my shoes. If I can get away with it, I'll just have wet shoes for like 30 minutes and then they'll be dry. I kind of play that by ear when I get to work. And then lastly, my head. I have a rain hat that's like really thin. It's by Salomon. I love it. I can't find it anywhere. So just to demonstrate, so I'll show you what I'm wearing today since I can't find that hat. Just like a regular hat under my helmet. Usually I use a buff to like wrap up my hair to protect it from the helmet. I have curly hair, so it's very forgiving, but I find that it doesn't like snag and like cause as much frizz if I wrap my hair under my helmet. And then I have a 1000 helmet, so it's not like one of those very perforated helmets that would, or one with MIPS that would like snag your hair more. But if you have a helmet with MIPS or things on the inside or places to snag, then I like really like either a cycling cap or a buff or something underneath, like as an extra layer. But because it's raining, I'm gonna go with a hat. And the brim, the extra brim on the front is going to keep my face from being wet. And I do like very minimal makeup when it's raining. I keep like a little makeup bag at work to touch up, but I do just like a little or a lot less makeup than I might wear if it wasn't raining, just because there's more to mess up. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. The other thing about the ponchos is they will have a hood. So if I'm wearing a poncho, I will put it over the hat, but under the helmet, if that makes sense. So I'll have like all of this kind of encased. So like I said, when I get to work, usually the only thing that's wet is my feet. So now the bike. So this is my commuter bike. I pretty much ride it every day, and it has fenders on it specifically for rainy days. The fenders also like keep a lot of like dust and dirt off of you, so they keep you cleaner as you ride. And these are Velo Orange fenders. They're super pretty. I really like them. And I have a front and a rear rack on my bike because you really have to have panniers if you're using your bike for transportation. I hate carrying things on my back, my backpack, and you can carry a lot more, and it's a lot more comfortable. You barely even feel it when it's on your bike instead of on you. So this is a Pocampo pannier, and this is all I really need for today. I have the stuff I need for work. I really like this Pocampo bag because it's really easy to clean if it gets dirty. It's really convenient because it has like a pocket that's big enough for things I might need to grab really quick, like my keys right here. It does have this little strap that stows away, so I can like bring it into the building really quick with me when I get to work. The attachment style is really great because I just reach around and I pop these off, and I'll show them to you. So these are the hooks, and they don't really come off unless you push up and then take them off. But it's like one fluid motion when you're getting it on and off of your bike. So far I haven't had any issues with this, like bouncing around on the road, which I do a ton of. I'm like running over like, you know, railroad tracks and things like that. And this has stayed secure. But when it's time to come off, it's really easy to do like one-handed. And then it goes back on really easily too. best thing about this bag for today is it has a little rain cover in the back pocket right here. So it's high vis and it is going to be good in the rain. It's going to keep it all nice and dry. And then when I get to where I'm going, I'll just give it a good shake and stuff it in there. When I get into my classroom, I'm going to want to let that air out, as well as anything that I like bring in with me. I have a covered area where I park my bike at work. So I can like leave like my jacket and stuff just draped over my bike to dry it out during the day. And little things like my gloves, I might like bring inside with me so I can dry those during the day and they're not getting like gross, like balled up somewhere. I also have this pannier. It is a bigger pannier than this one. You can probably see how much bigger it is. And I really do like this. This is the Marty cargo pannier for Procampo. I really do like this. It has the same rain cover in it. Like I said, I'm trying to go lighter to work right now and try to be more minimalist in my packing. So I am really happy to have this Bergen pannier. This one is great if I'm carrying more stuff or if I have a long day with like multiple buildings to go to or something like that. So these guys are like totally washable. The other thing that this one has is a shoe compartment. So that's really great if you do have to change shoes, or maybe if you ride a bike and you're clipped in to go to work, you can put your shoes in that shoe compartment. I just have the extra strap in there. So I have a lot of panniers that look like purses. I also have these Ortlieb panniers. These are great for touring because they are really easy to wash. They're very basic utilitarian, easy on off. They've got these little clips that hook onto your rear rack. So you can adjust these to fit your rear rack, and the back is really solid, so it's not like, they're not flimsy on this side. They're not flimsy anywhere really, because they're very, very rugged. I've taken these on thousands of miles of bike touring and probably thousands of miles of commuting as well. They have reflective details. So they're very utilitarian, but if I am in the winter and I have a ton of layers, I might throw one of these on my bike because I might have gloves and hats and a thick coat in the morning, and then in the afternoon in South Carolina it might be like, 30 degrees warmer or something. So it's just, or maybe it's raining in the morning and not in the afternoon. So I can fit everything I need today in this one little pannier here. But if I were to need more for whatever reason, I would throw on a second pannier on the other side. The balance is not really affected by just having one pannier on one side, unless I had like maximum weight in that one side. I'd still be able to pedal. It might be a little uncomfortable, but typically, like if you just have a pannier on one side and you just have like 20 pounds maybe in it, it's going to be completely fine. You're not going to be like off balance or anything. And then before I go, I like to go ahead and turn my lights on. If it's raining, then I'm really going to want these on for extra visibility on the road. And these are rechargeable lights. This is a Night Rider set that I have. I have a couple different sets, but I really like these lights because they last a while. They're super bright. Rechargeable lights do cost more, but they're going to be so much better than like changing out batteries and stuff in the end. I have a Cell Anatomica saddle. If this gets wet, it's not ideal. You do want to like leather-proof it. But like I said, I'm not riding in the rain a whole lot, and I have a covered area where I park my bike, so I do keep it out of the elements most of the time. So it's gonna last a really, really long time, like years and years and years. And I just really like this. I just really like this saddle. I really, really recommend it. If you really shy away from like those really like hard packed saddles, this one doesn't look, it's not padded or anything, but it's got so much flex in it, and it's adjustable up here so you can adjust the tension in it. It is just my favorite thing to ride on. I don't need to ride on padded shorts. I can, but I don't have to. And if I go on a tour like 60, 70, 80 miles a day, I can ride all day on this and have absolutely no trouble. So highly recommend, and everyone that I know who has tried it also likes it. So get that saddle. Please excuse the mess and the lighting in here. I just really wanted to get this video done rather than worry about it being perfect. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, I made it to the trail this morning on my commute. I do try to do a quieter commute when it's raining, so I allow a little extra time for that. I don't want to be on a busier roads where I might get like splashed sideways by a car, or they might be distracted by the rain and not be paying attention, or you know, whatever. But it's really nice too because you have these like little streets and the trail, if you have one, all to yourself. So it's really zen, it's really peaceful. I really like it. Kind of hard to do one-handed, but there is my bike all locked up. Okay, I did my first appointment at one building, and now I'm going to the second building. It is right down the street, and it's raining really lightly, thankfully. So now I'm dressed like this. And bonus, I just realized that my mask covers my face from the rain, so there's that. As a side note, you can tell my hair is pretty wet, and my hair dries pretty quickly, but I would definitely recommend wrapping up your hair better than I did in this video if you are riding in the rain. Helps a lot. I made it. Need a little sprucing up when I get inside, but I really just took my jacket off. I'm soggy from the knees down, but that'll dry. I can fix myself up when I get to my classroom, and my bike is locked over there under this covered area, so it's out of the rain, and my rain jacket and my rain pants can dry off over there.